I don't know nothing about nothing, but it might have been two guys in a black four-door. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Reports have been flying that rising LA rapper Young Threat is sitting behind bars again. But that's nothing new for him. This isn't his first time dealing with the system. And for anyone who knows his story, it almost feels like history repeating itself. Young Threat's life took shape early on, molded by the same neighborhood he would later claim, the Hoovers, specifically the 83 Hoovers. Growing up in South Central, his surroundings weren't just rough, they were a battlefield. His mom and dad spent a lot of time locked up, missing some of the biggest moments in his life, leaving him surrounded by the streets that raised him. Almost everyone in his family had gang ties, so stepping into that world felt less like a choice and more like destiny. The 83 Hoovers are known across South Central, one of the most dangerous sets out there, with a long list of rivals and a neighborhood drowning in poverty.
About that time. How'd you get caught up though?
Man, somebody went bad on me on the case.
Really?
Yeah, somebody went bad on me. He ended up on the set. That nigga got caught at the scene, went bad.
Really?
They came and snatched the nigga up.
Somebody that you would have thought was solid and would always have your back?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, shit. Yeah, hell yeah. From where the nigga was talking, shit, hell yeah.
Right.
On the real.
Life in that community meant danger was everywhere, and you had to learn fast if you wanted to make it out alive. Every day was survival mode, keeping your eyes sharp and your back covered just to see another sunrise. Even though many of his family members were deep in the streets, they still tried to steer him away from that life. But in a place where survival meant being tough and loyal, it was almost impossible for Young Threat not to get pulled in. By the time Young Threat hit around 14 or 15, he made the move that would shape everything. He jumped fully into the gang life. At first, it looked fun and exciting. For a lot of young members, it starts that way. Hanging with older homies, kicking it with friends, drinking, smoking, talking to girls, and feeling like you finally belong to something real. But the fun doesn't last long. Things get serious fast. Once the drama kicks in, it's not all parties and laughter anymore. It's jail time, constant fights, and dangerous run-ins that can end bad.
And so then you fucking just got totally screwed. How long did you go away for?
I did 2 years, 85.
Okay.
85%, so I ended up doing like 16 months. Turnaround trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? You hadn't done much time in like local jail type shit, or that was your main introduction to that?
I was always in and out. You
Okay.
feel me? I was always in and out. Juvenile, I was in and out. And then when I did go to the county, I had bailed out. So I never had really did no time. That was like my first time ever doing like some time type shit. So
Right. How was it? Crazy shit?
In the streets, every day could flip between life or death in a heartbeat. Losing close friends becomes normal, and anyone who's really been active out there knows that pain too well. Young Threat turned into one of those active young members repping his section hard. Through his teenage years, his name started buzzing. He built a rep for throwing hands, hitting licks, and being quick with the gunplay, the kind of energy that made the 83 Hoovers one of the most active sets in their area. But surprisingly, that wasn't all he had going for him. Before things got too deep, he showed another side, his talent in football. He played out in Hemet during high school, holding down positions as a corner and running back, with big dreams of turning that into a real career one day. Around that time, Young Threat started catching a new passion, music. While dating the woman who would later become his baby mama, he got pulled even deeper into the rap world. Her whole family was musically talented, including Spank Nitty James, a well-known rapper from the city, and she even rapped herself. That connection lit a fire in him. And before long, he linked up with Spank Nitty to officially kick off his rap journey in April 2018.
Dude, I was listening to your music and you said something about losing your brother at one point.
oh yeah, man.
What age did that happen at?
Man, that happened while I was in prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not too long ago.
So you had to deal with that loss while you were in there and not able to really be able to deal with it, or what?
Yeah, like me personally, yeah, I feel like I ain't even get to really like mourn over that shit right by being in prison. So I still got a lot of it like inside of me.
Really?
So
Damn.
But just as his music dreams started taking shape, real life hit hard. At only 18, during his senior year of high school, he got caught up in a robbery case. At first, he managed to stay under the radar, but later on, someone who was part of that same robbery snitched, leading to his arrest right at school. It was a shocking moment that could have crushed everything. While locked up, instead of giving up, Young Threat started writing rhymes and planning his comeback. By the time he got released in 2019, he wasted no time jumping back into music, landing features on Spank Nitty James's tracks and building real momentum. That year would end up being a major turning point for his whole career. Young Threat started making serious noise in the rap scene with hits like Who Gon' Slide, which exploded with over 2.5 million views. Other tracks like Cujo and Altercations also pulled in over 1 million each, proving he was more than just street talk. He had real talent. But right when the buzz was growing,
So you just like are in there, just basically like not having anywhere. Like normally, at least you get to like go to their fucking wake and have some kind of closure, but you didn't even get to experience that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like late nights though, nigga had his talks type deal, but bro, but I ain't get to like experience no funerals and like really say my last goodbyes on Hoover.
Damn, that's rough, man.
2019 brought more trouble his way. He got arrested again for another robbery, though he managed to make bail not long after. Still, that didn't stop his grind. In November 2019, he dropped his first mixtape, Chuck's Laced, marking a big milestone in his career. Rolling into 2020, he came out swinging with the single Hit Different, dropping that January and racking up 1.3 million views. The momentum was real, but so were his struggles. That same month, he found himself locked up again, facing more robbery charges that led to a 16-month prison sentence. It was another setback, just as things were heating up. While behind bars, tragedy struck hard. He lost someone he looked up to like a big brother, Trey Soldier, a respected figure from the '83 Hoovers. On May 6, 2020, Trey was gunned down, sending shockwaves through their community and leaving Young Threat devastated. That loss would hit him deep, changing his outlook while he sat behind those prison walls.
Here off of 14th Street in Paloma in downtown Los Angeles. Right now, we can confirm that 2 people have died and 6 others have been hurt in this shooting here in downtown Los Angeles. Off into the distance, you can see the investigation as homicide investigators try to piece together exactly what took place.
After getting out in 2021, Young Threat wasted no time jumping back into the booth. He dropped On Back along with a wave of new tracks that reminded everyone he was still in the game. Around that same time, another '83 Hoovers rapper, Treyway 6K, started making noise in the city too. The two linked up and began dropping collabs that hit hard, each one pulling in hundreds of thousands of views. Their chemistry was real, and fans couldn't get enough. But that same year, the streets pulled Young Threat back in again. He caught multiple charges, several robberies, firearm possession, and even driving with a suspended license. Those run-ins with the law slowed his momentum once more, trapping him in that same cycle of being in and out of jail. It seemed like every time his career started climbing, something dragged him right back down. Still, 2022 turned out to be one of his most active years ever. Even with cases hanging over him, Young Threat stayed focused on the music, dropping over 10 music videos and collaborating with other artists, keeping his name hot in the streets. By the end of 2022, he released a full project called Still in the Trenches, proving he wasn't done yet.
2:30 this afternoon, there's a school right across the street. That's the time generally that the school is letting out. The senselessness and the callousness of where they did it and when they did it.
A woman and 4 men standing outside a market in that strip mall were shot. 2 are in critical condition. The victims range in age from 19 to 35 years old.
There were several vehicles that fled from this location.
Police believe the shooting may be gang-related and say the gunman drove up and fired.
In 2023, he kept the pressure on, releasing more singles and pushing his career forward. That summer, he dropped another tape titled It Was Never Going to Be Easy, showing his growth and resilience through it all. But before the year was out, trouble found him again. He was booked on an assault with a firearm charge. Luckily, by the end of 2023, he was released, and right after, he bounced back once again, dropping a new song to remind everyone he was still standing. By the end of the year, Young Threat came out with I'm Back Part 2, letting everyone know he wasn't slowing down. Rolling into 2024, it looked like he finally locked in for real. That year, he dropped 3 full tapes, South Central Baby, 83 Ways Out, and It Gets Greater Later. Each project showed more focus, more hunger, and a sound that proved he was evolving as an artist. Then came the biggest break of his entire career. Young Threat landed a feature on Kendrick Lamar's critically acclaimed album, GNX, on the self-titled track, GNX. That single moment changed everything. Getting that kind of spotlight on one of hip-hop's biggest artists gave him the national recognition he had always needed. For the first time, his name was being talked about beyond LA.
their homes. The victim has not been identified. LAPD homicide detectives have been notified. They have been out here all morning long. Bullet casings littered the street where the victim was shot. Now back out here live.
People across the country wanted to know who this South Central rapper really was. But even with that massive moment, things behind the scenes weren't perfect. Personal issues started weighing on him, and he couldn't fully ride the wave like many thought he would. In 2025, he dropped another tape called Reincarnated, showing flashes of his potential. But after April 2025, he seemed to go quiet. Then came a dark chapter that summer. By August 2025, tragedy struck his community. 2 separate shootings rocked South Central, leaving over 15 people injured and 3 dead. One of those shootings happened during a party celebrating the 83 Hoovers Hood Day, shaking everyone connected to Young Threat's circle. The second shooting hit even closer to home. It went down right in their own neighborhood. A group of Hoovers were chilling in front of a liquor store, just another regular night, when enemies suddenly pulled up and opened fire. The whole scene turned chaotic in seconds, leaving the community shaken and on edge once again. But the heartbreak didn't stop there.
Police activity on Verb Easy at the dispensary. Don't know what type of technicalities going on, but everything is taped off. It appears someone got shot, allegedly.
Just a few months later, tragedy struck again when a young 83 Hoovers member, only 15 years old, lost his life after leaving a party. That kind of loss cut deep, especially for those who grew up around him. Moments like these can make even the toughest person take a step back. With all the pain, pressure, and chaos stacking up, it's no surprise Young Threat started pulling away from music to deal with everything weighing on his shoulders. Just a few weeks after that heartbreaking loss, another tragedy shook the streets, but this time, it hit on a different side. A rapper named YCA 80 Bands, who repped one of the Hoover's biggest rivals, the Main Street Crips, was shot and killed in broad daylight. The news spread fast, and the streets instantly lit up with speculation. Because the shooting happened in Hoover territory, rumors started flying that the Hoovers might have had something to do with it. Everyone was talking, and social media was flooded with wild theories about revenge and street politics. With how public the situation was, many people believed the shooter wouldn't stay hidden for long. Then, just recently, a few months after YCA 80 Band's death, shocking news broke out. Reports started circulating that Young Threat was locked up in county jail, facing serious charges and held on a $4 million bond. That massive number instantly caught attention, leaving fans in the streets wondering what really went down this time.
I'm just saying, it might be 2 men, black, in a 4-door black car with stock rims, possibly a Nissan or a Honda. They pulled up, they parked right there, got off, went into there. Shots rang off by maybe 8-9 shots rang off. That's all it was, really.
A $4 million bond isn't something you see every day. That kind of number usually screams murder case. And soon after, official records confirmed it. Young Threat was charged with murder. What's even wilder is that the offense date listed in his case matched the exact same day that YCA 80 Bands was killed. That connection had everyone talking. Fans, blogs, and the streets all buzzing with questions. If this all turns out to be true, it could mean Young Threat might have just thrown away the career he worked so hard to build. Still, it's important to remember, he's innocent until proven guilty. With a charge this heavy, the case will probably drag on for a while before any real outcome comes out. For now, everything's still up in the air. No one really knows how this will end or what it means for his future in music. That wraps up this episode, but don't dip out just yet. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on Young Threat's situation. What do you think really happened?